What up, what up, what up, Suge? Crystal, what up? What's going on? Shout out to the champion, Terrence Crawford. I want to give a special shout out to OG Steve, Allerton Ave, not far from Boston Road, Northeast Bronx, New York. Just got to listening to the Dusty Vision interview with OG Steve, a great supporter of all great platforms, or as he would say, the real platforms and real people, and doesn't matter the section of the United States or the section of your city. OG Steve got your back if he thinks you're a real one. So good looking out, OG Steve. Good looking out for the my moderator Crystal. I don't know, Crystal. There's a lot of people mad at you. No, they're not mad at you. My bad. Crystal, the greatest moderator I ever had. The greatest moderator I've ever had. Megalicious, what up? Good fight though. Started off slow. Good fight though. I mean, Terrence Crawford showed that he really got them hands. Big KB, good looking out. Can you truly want peace if you still represent yourself? Absolutely. Absolutely you can, brother. It's a good question though. And I'm sure if you ask 10 real ones, you might get 10 different answers. But I say if you want peace, you could rep your set. I mean, you repping your set is just shows the demographics you from, the community you from, and where your heart lies. You can still want peace. I mean, you got peace with sets in LA, and there's no altercations, and I'm talking about red and blue in some cases, or blue and blue, or red and red that the squash beefs and are cool to this day. So yeah, absolutely, I believe you can represent your set and still have peace. Because before there was Crips and Bloods, there was still gang fights or wars or whatever, killings, stabbings. Matter of fact, I was just reading on the avenues in Los Angeles near Pasadena, Northeast LA. Um, they were in the 1950s. They was getting cracking. So wasn't no Crips or Bloods or nothing like that back then, and they was getting cracking, man. Um, as far as robberies and stabbings, you know what I mean? They was fighting and they was doing a lot. So it's gonna always be violence in the world. Violence will never go nowhere in this world. That's why we have tempers and attitudes. And you can look at animals. Different species of animals, they fight all the time. In the ocean, in the fish tank, in your backyard, dogs, cats, birds. They fight. Imagine in the wild, they fight. So you're gonna always have conflict. Big Devil, what up, man? What's going on with you, Devil? I know you got some good hot picks for tomorrow, right? I gave somebody in here 2 picks, and I gave somebody in here 4 picks today. All of them won, man. All of them won in college. But now I gave somebody 4 picks for tomorrow in NFL. We'll see how those work out. But every time I think about football now, I think about you, Big Devil. Steelers out here, noodles, all right. Misha G, what up? Man, look at Red Rum, rest in peace. He was representing and down with the peace. Absolutely, he was. And matter of fact, I was going through some pictures and ran across some pictures of Red Rum with the All Hood magazine back in the day. I seen a commercial. I don't know if they're running that commercial in LA, but in Vegas they run a commercial with Snoop Dogg. Where Snoop Dogg say, the Steelers and the Chargers. Who do you think I'm rooting with? Then he say, trick question. Because it's his team going against his city. Right? So he says he's rooting for both of them. Johnny Sullivan, what up? Tori, what up, homie? What up, everybody in the chat room? Open up your soul and represent your ghetto, baby. My boy Rusty from Gear Gang. Rusty sang me a KM video tune, his own version. Most of it is like the lyrics that Fitzgerald have, and then he switched it up to his own. And it has a lot of potential, but like I told Rusty, you got to go back in the studio and fix that, man. Like we don't need all that extra breathing and the tone change. Go in the studio and fix it, and I'll be willing to play it for my audience. But Rusty can blow them oldies though, so we're gonna give him a chance. We're gonna give him a shot. You feel me? But Fitzgerald, that original, is so cool, so on point, so original that you gotta love that one. But then AC made it sound cool too, right? AC with a cracked voice, but so smooth with it. Kev Mac video. AC came with the whole echo and everything. Video. Man, we need a Kev Mac video challenge, right? Absolutely, eyeball. We thinking just alike, brother. I absolutely agree. Even though I tried that on Instagram and nobody fell for it. So, me and my shy self, I just deleted it. Crazo said he has a fight story. He's been saying that. He said it on here several times, but Crazo and I haven't hooked up. So Crazo told me maybe in a week or so, or within a week, or in a week, something like that. So we'll wait on Baby Crazo for his fight story that you guys want so bad. And he told me why he wanted to do it on KMV first, and told me why he promised me he would bring the fight story here. And it got a lot to do with the numbers. He liked the numbers from the live stream fight story that he told. Errol Spence will destroy Terrence Crawford. Here we go again. I mean, some winners, after every win, people talk about how he'll lose. Well, we'll just have to wait around and see. Crawford came southpaw and stuck to the plan the whole fight. Took his time with him, laughed at him, smiled at him, because he knew he knew Porter was gonna get tired. And he knew he could take Porter's punches too. For about 15 or 20 seconds, Crawford just stood there and let him pound him. For no reason, just let him pound him. And then he smiled. I mean, in order to beat the best, man, you got to show up. You got to have a good night, man. That's for sure. You got to prepare. You got to work out. You got to be in shape. And don't be surprised when you hit the canvas. Yes, Rick Lopez, I've seen that. I didn't watch his video, but I read the comments, and two of my homies. Matter of fact, Q seen it, S Mac seen it, and yeah, they didn't have nothing good or bad to say other than that was cool that, you know, he responded. But I haven't watched it yet. I have the link on my phone. I just haven't watched it yet. But like I said, man, and I'll say it again, I disagree with his statement, but after seeing his reply to me in text, I may have misunderstood. I may have heard something I didn't really hear. So I apologize if that's the case. But as far as what he said or what I thought he said, I disagree. But it's always respectful. It's respect with me. Like I said, I like his channel. I watched several of his videos, and I have nothing bad to say about that dude or his story. So I ain't got nothing bad to say about him, man. Much respect to that dude. Even though I haven't seen the video yet, my opinion is not going to change. He seems solid. He got some good stories, and that's all to it. That's the bottom line, man. I'm gonna respect what I think is real. So that's the bottom line. So shout out to dude and his channel. You know, and like I said, I want to give a shout out to OG Steve for his interview on Dusty Vision. Yes, sir, eyeball. Yes, sir. Who you talking about, kid? I forget his name, like Bus or something. Sereno. You know what I mean? See, when you run across real dudes or dudes you perceive as real, all that where you from and what race you are, that shit don't even matter. Like that goes out the window because now you become in a elite category of just realism, like respectology, like the study of respect is right there. Uh, reputable, solid. You know what I mean? Respectable, and that's all to it. You have a very beautiful daughter, and congratulations on your new grandson. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Congratulate me when I get married. Congratulate me when I have a wife to go to bed with every night and love on. But yes, eyeball, yes, yes, yes. Let me see what his name is. Oh, matter of fact, here it go right here. I think. No, that ain't it. I don't know. Whatever. But boxing conversation. What's up, man? You want to come on and talk about boxing? Want to come give us your analogy of tonight's fight? And do you want to tell us what we should expect next in boxing? What's up, Reggie? What's up? I'm calling you out, man. You gonna accept the call or what? You gonna come out the gates when they rack, or you gonna stay in your cell like a buster, Reggie? What you gonna do, brother? Gonna come out on the tier? What's up? Hey, Kev, have you ever met Easy E personally? I absolutely met Easy E at the Dope Jam tour in San Diego. I want to say 1988, maybe 87, 88, something like that. And yeah, met Easy E, and he was sitting by himself up at the top, top tier, top bleachers, whatever you call them, top seats. We would call them the nosebleeds back in the day at the Forum. And so me and little crazy boy, we walked over near him. What's up, Easy? What up? And then he told us be safe, and I'm like, you're the one up here by yourself in a sea of bloods, because San Diego at that time, that arena was known for all them bloods up in there. But Easy was by himself and kicking it, man. So that's my only experience of meeting Easy E personally. All right, let me know when you're ready to jump in. I'll send you a link, brother. And I probably won't stay too long. If I do, I'll just do a regular hour like normally. OG Steve, good looking out, brother. Appreciate you. Well, of course he claimed to be a Crip, but I can't really say, but from what I know, he was both. I mean, from what I heard, the stories I hear, he was a hustler and a Crip. But we're gonna need somebody from Kelly Park or South Side or Atlantic Drive or maybe Santana to speak on that. Pan African, you didn't like that fight? Miss 702, you fighting because you lost your money? Pay attention. Don't bet on losers. You know? T. Collins, good looking out, brother. All right, I'm gonna drop the link right now, man. I'm curious to hear what you got to say. Who seen um who seen Goog's show yesterday with all the promoter guys on there? I heard it went real left real quick after I left. They go the link, brother. Get 'em jank, get 'em jank. Raiders tomorrow, huh? Anybody looking for Raider tickets, man? I know somebody selling two of them, 500 a piece. Crazy, they go crazy. What up, homeboy?
What's up? What's up, man? Hey, Hey, we some boxing nerds over here where we be doing this stuff at. But I'm doing a post fight in a second too at one of the OG cats named Stormy B, man. We be historical shit on boxing, like on some nerd shit with it. But this is a good fight. Super good
Okay.
fight.
Okay. Before you give your analogy, when you get started or when you get the link, post the link in my chat room so we can all run over and make sure we watch
Okay, I got you.
it. All right. So what you think about the fight, man? What's the pros and cons that you take away from that fight?
Man, I thought it was a good fight. Like I say, I'm a nerd. We be scoring the rounds and all that stuff with this boxing stuff. Only thing I kind of determine when I want to bet or not. But this dude, Terrence Crawford, is top level. You know, they rate him as number one, number two pound for pound fighter. He went in here and he faced some adversity in his fight. I don't think he got off to where he washed he didn't wash away Sean Porter. Nobody really does. He's a very, very talented, hard, rugged fighter to fight with. So Terrence faced some adversity and they're trying to adjust to him. It was just once he's able to land that big shot, it changed everything. He has a power. Usually, I mean, you ain't seen really nobody that hurt Sean Porter. He's been dropped twice, but really able to get back up. You had Earl Spence, who we fought. He gave Earl Spence major work. Only thing that separated that fight to me when I was looking at it score was a knockdown, which came like in the 10th or 11th round. He fought Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner just caught him with a lucky punch at the end, but he smoked Adrian Broner. So for Terrence to go in there and do that to a fighter like Sean Porter, it shows where he's at. This dude had moved up through what is this, his third division? And here at this division right here, where he's trying to fight Earl Spence, he done knocked everybody out.
What's
He done knocked
what's
all these
good?
dudes
It's
out
Stormy
in his
B, man,
boxing
and
thing.
I
So
am back.
it shows who he is. Let me
Welcoming
delete
you to
stop this.
Post
It,
Fight
it,
Show
it
with
shows you who
Stormy
he
B,
is. Oh wait, hold
man,
on. Let me
for
close this
this
one link I got.
Saturday, November
Yeah,
20th.
because I hear that other link.
All right, yeah, let me
This
pause that.
is
That's Stormy B, man,
Crawford
who channel we
versus
about to go to.
Porter.
Okay. My man working two channels, man. That was a good fight, man. I thought personally that Crawford just was filling him out, so he went slow. He took his time with him, and he usually starts slow anyway. Porter, on the other hand, I felt like started getting tired around the seventh or eighth round. So, and earlier before that, Porter hands was down low. He got him back up like when he got his second win, but I was looking at them hands. I was like, man, Porter tired already, man. But
Yeah, a lot of that movement I think takes away from him. But Bud was breathing too. Bud started sucking up air at moments in the fight as well.
yeah, yeah. But I figured, I figured Crawford will win, but I wasn't so sold on him because Porter got that power, and it's so hard to put Porter down. But definitely thought in the pre-fight that Crawford probably had the edge for sure. But let me ask you this, because during the fight they was talking about Crawford was 7-1, and you don't ever do Porter like that. But actually, when I checked the line last night, it was 8-1. So do you think it he had any business being 8-1 favorite over Porter?
No, I think it should have been much. It should have been much closer. But based on who Bud is, I can see them making it an 8-1. Like the dude's bad. Like since being in the division, it ain't nobody went a full 12 with him. He been stopping everything. And as far as his style, his skills and abilities, they see it. A lot of people underrate Sean Porter. They don't view him as being a very technical boxer. You see how he explodes in. Some of his style looks a little unpolished. So they view him in that way. But he's been giving everybody tough ass fights. Anybody's been in there with, they have had hard times in that ring with the dude. But 8-1, they was tripping. But it added to where people gonna put those bets up for him. But they came up short with their money. That because this dude bad, man. This dude bad. It's another dude who to look at this division. That's Jerron Ennis, who they call Boots Ennis. He's another dude to pay attention to. He been stopping shit up in there too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wonder if it was 8-1 because Vegas just really didn't want people to win no money, and they know people wasn't gonna bet 8-1. You wasn't gonna lay 8-1 unless you was rich and a Crawford fan, and you wasn't gonna lay try to win money on Crawford and actually win, unless he probably got lucky or what have you, came out on the right side. So I think Vegas made them odds that high for a reason, because fights don't always be that high when you got two good fighters fighting.
Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. But when they make the dang Earl Spence versus Terrence Crawford fight, that's where the money gonna be at, and those odds are gonna be real tight. That's gonna be very, very split odds on that fight. But I've watched Earl Spence walk up out the ring. I don't know what was up with that. That wasn't a good look for watching Earl Spence not getting in that ring with him. That wasn't cool. That wasn't cool at all, because people have been calling for this fight almost as long as Mayweather versus Pacquiao.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, but big homie, I'm gonna get ready to hop over on the homie channel to do this post fight.
All right, post the link in the chat if you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna post it in there, man. And salute to everything you be doing, man. Salute to the OGs you have on here. Like I say, I grew up in the hundreds, so I come from knowing and knowing a lot of these folks, is watching them from a young kid, getting a young kid perspective of everything that was going on during that time, and seeing y'all come and putting together this work, man. This is profound work you're doing. Most of the old documentaries we watched on that history came from BBC and Fox News and all these other cornballs who have nothing to relate to it but to stir the depiction of what gang life was without putting understanding. Y'all put the whole, spear around that shit. Y'all do the whole completion of everything. You, your homie S Mac, the Postman, Melly Mel, all y'all do profound work, and I just gotta salute y'all. Y'all got me reading the books. I do books and all that shit on these guys. But keep up the great work. Even your book, I'm gonna do it in my book reading, because that's the other thing I push. I push intellectual shit. I hate the ignorance that we see that becomes normalized in our communities, the way in which we act with one another, even looking at the young Dolph shit. We got to push more peace shit. And even with what y'all did the real gang banging shit. The lessons should be learned from that shit. It's time to transition and move forward and beyond that. Y'all doing great work. The OGs, y'all done spent a lot of decades in prison. Man, I'll be, that shit, hurts a person's heart to see, that much life be wasted away. But y'all come out it almost seems like y'all unscathed, but I know behind the cameras there's pain and shit y'all got to deal with out scene, because y'all men and warriors, so you don't display emotions like that. But salute to everything y'all do, man. I watch everything y'all got going.
All right, I appreciate the kind words, man. And yeah, brother suffered from PTSD, believe it or not. But I'll save that for another time. You take it easy, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah, man, I had a conversation with a couple homies today about that PTSD and how they still, even after doing 17 years in prison and hitting that 50-year-old mark, they still walk outside their door and be thinking somebody might be in the bushes. Still getting in the car and looking around to see if anybody's running up to the car. So PTSD is real, whether some guys are too macho to show it or too secretive to share it. It does exist. But yeah, salute to the brother Reggie, man. That was cool for him to come on. I've been seeing him in the comments for a long time, so finally I got to see his face and see him come on. And I do plan to go over to his channel and check the link out. So I know some of you guys are already familiar with Reggie, and so it was good for him to come on the platform. All right, for sure. Good looking. Yeah, Baby Crazo will be telling that fight story soon, so we'll get it. Don't trip. Crazo been wanting to tell it for a minute. You know what I mean? So you'll get it. And y'all better make sure it do more than 100,000, because y'all want it so bad. Y'all make sure you see it, like it, and share it. I'm gonna eat breakfast with him in the morning. He's still across the street from me. And one of my homeboys told me too. He told me a couple things. Let me give y'all the critique my homeboy gave me this morning. One of my solid, real homeboys. He told me, number one, he said, I went on a rant talking about can't nobody shoot crooked dice in our hood, nigga get killed, all that, and turned around and talk about the grape streets came in my backyard and shot crooked dice. Let me clarify that. What I'm saying is nobody in the backyard games that I participated in would do anything like that or get caught. When the grapes came, they pretty much made it clear what they was doing and got our okay, because if anybody was stupid enough to fade them, then that was on them. As a gang and as homeboys that wanted some money, we was like, if they stupid enough to gamble, then let them. And we gave them one warning, like, man, don't fade the grapes. And they fade them, and we laughing the whole time, and they know we laughing at. So it's not like they snuck the dice in and we didn't know. You know what I'm saying? It would have went all bad without question. But even he agreed. You know, that's probably the only incident that we know of like that in the hood. But I'm sure slick ass Keno probably had crooked dice. Keno was a slick dude and a rich dude at one time. Until we got older, you know, when you get older, you kind of get more shriveled up. You become more diplomatic and less violent. Then maybe Keno wasn't cheating no more. But I'm sure Keno, slick ass, con artist ass, rich ass, probably had crooked dice here or there. I'm sure. That would be my guess because I knew Keno. Um, Another critique he had was he said I'm biased toward the 60s, but he loved my response and he agreed with my response. My thing is this: I don't give a damn about making the 60s be bigger than what they are or get their respects and none of that. The reputation of the Rolling 60s is going to always speak for itself. My thing is, which he agreed on, is when somebody in the comments section, usually a troll or a hater, come up in here and ask a question, I'm just answering the question. So I'm gonna defend Kev Mac, S Mac. I'm gonna defend the 60s where I feel fit. And so when that's the case, I'm just responding to somebody in the comments section, which leads to the third thing is like he said, I should start posting the questions that I answered so everybody will know what I'm answering and don't think I'm just speaking to myself like it look like I'm speaking to myself now. He wants me to post the questions and I say, oh yeah, you know, I never thought of that. I post some questions, usually the super chats. But yeah, he was like, that'll make it more clear for the audience and people that wasn't paying attention to every detail, because then they'll see what I'm answering to, the question that's posed to me. What up, Marty Moore? What's up, homeboy? Slick might have him and his homie. I'm not even gonna put his homie name out there, but it's tight homie. You never know because you know how riders do. You know how tough guys do. You know, I wouldn't put it past him. But I talked to Slick today. He was playing dominoes with his Sereno partner, his black Sereno partner, and man, Slick was winning like a mug today too. They probably still playing. Somebody said, Miss 702, aren't you Mormon? Are you a Mormon, Miss 702? Not that it matters to us, but the Mormons like your style. Okay, okay. I heard that. Um, yeah, Mark, what's happening, man? They got the lowriders out here right now, man, in Vegas, man. And they got the Raiders out here in Vegas, too. So tomorrow should be a good day in Vegas, man. Hmm. You know what? Somebody posted a comment about that, and that's not true. And I'm gonna tell you why I say it's not true. Because I shot dice in the backyard for decades, even with enemies in rival turf. And on a couple occasions, dudes from other hoods shot in our turf. I never seen nobody get killed in a dice game. I never even known of anybody leaving the dice game getting killed. Now, I might have been on 2 or 3 occasions somebody may have left the dice game and got robbed, but not killed. Definitely not in my backyard or the homie's backyard. Because once you blow the spot up like that, we all in trouble. You feel me? Now, I got a dead body in my backyard. I'm in trouble. I'm gonna be the one that they're gonna be looking for. You know what I mean? And then the homies that ain't there is gonna be like, it's your fault. The homie's dead in your backyard. You know what I mean? Then the story's gonna get twisted on who did. Nah, man, I ain't never seen nobody get killed in a dice game. Maybe in Flint, Michigan or something. I don't know, but that's what I heard. Somebody else got at me and said the same thing. I don't know nothing about that, bro. So I disagree with that. Oh, good looking, Megalicious, but actually, no, I don't. You know what I'm saying? I usually do that on the 23rd. So 23rd ain't here yet, but thanks. I mean, I'm always look groomed up and cool to a white girl, right? Because white girl don't really know how trimmed up a mandingo is supposed to be. You feel me? Um, it's just like I wouldn't know how your eyebrows supposed to be and how you know. I'm not gonna go too far into it, but white women groom up well. Other races groom up real well. Get 'em Jank, my partner, my cousin from my Hispanic side. What up, homie? Bolivar, what up? I thought it was a good fight, Gerard. What up, Gerard? Raymond Washington's brother in the building. Shout out to the Bartons and Washingtons, man, and the Thompsons. That's what's up, man. Glad you checking us out, man. I ain't got nothing but love for the entire family. Ron, one of my partners I've been knowing for a lot of years, and his father and his mother. And it was a pleasure. When you introduced me to your mom, man, that was a real pleasure, man, meeting Raymond Washington, the founder of the Crips mom, man. She's so gentle and nice, man. Love her, man. Love her to death. kevmacvideos, Hawaii checking in. Okay, Hawaii. Okay. All right, all right, all right. Shout out to Roscoe from Park Village. Booyah Tribe out there in Hawaii rehabbing. All right. Chiefs or Cowboys a tough one. I wish I could show you my text messages. That's a tough one that I would say stay away from if you're talking about trying to wager on it. And here's the reason why. Because the Cowboys are playing great ball. They look good. I mean, the offense is explosive. But the question is the level of competition that they played. Are they the truth? In my mind, I'm not sold on them yet. As far as the Chiefs, now they look like they're a team in disarray. Offensive line is bad. The quarterback's playing bad. Andy Reid is coaching horribly, but they're starting to win. And you don't know if they're getting back to being the old Chiefs of the last few years or not. And so I would say stay away from this game, wait and let them play. And then from there, I think you have be able to better decide if the Cowboys are the truth or the Chiefs are back. So I say stay away from it. That's my answer, man. You're tempted to take the Chiefs -3. Good luck, man, if you do. I'll tell you, I think the upset of Sunday, the upset of tomorrow is the Washington football team beats Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers tomorrow, getting 3.5 points. I think Washington covers that 3.5. In fact, don't be surprised if Washington wins straight up. Another game that people are skeptical of that I like, and y'all know I'm gonna like this game. It's Green Bay Packers over the Minnesota Vikings. I think Green Bay has been underrated for years. I think Aaron Rodgers underrated for years. I think Green Bay's playing good ball despite all the injuries that they've had on offense and defense. the COVID issues and everything else, I think Green Bay is a good win in a rivalry game on the road. So I like that. I like those two tomorrow. And there's a couple more that I like tomorrow. Hell yeah, Aaron Rodgers underrated, man. Fuck yeah. And I hate that I had to cuss, but I had to make sure I emphasize, yeah, Aaron Rodgers underrated. Bro, specifically at kevmacvideos, if you're not a newcomer, you would know that people been putting Aaron Rodgers down ever since kevmacvideos started. Even when Green Bay, remember Green Bay whooped on the Steelers? If you know about Kev Mac or heard any of my stories, that's when I bought my Mac that I'm on right now and bought a laptop and cameras and everything else because everybody was on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Remember the song? Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Remember everybody was on Pittsburgh's bandwagon? And I cleaned up that year, and I'm sitting in the casino with one of my homies and a bunch of other black dudes that I was messing around with in Vegas on this sports gambling, and they all went with the Steelers. And I was just sitting there like handing out tissue, like, here, man, dry your eye. Green Bay Packers don't lie. Seen you losing all your money and said, bye, I'm going to the Caesar's Palace to buy me some computer stuff, man, some electronics. Remember the Bears a couple years ago? Everybody said I was tripping game one, that the Packers couldn't beat the Bears. Remember this year after game one, even I had to low-key question Aaron Rodgers. And Devil was saying he's through and it's over, and everybody in the comment section was saying Rodgers played out, Rodgers done. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is underrated, man. Are you kidding me? At least on this platform. And in the casinos in Vegas, in the sports book, yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, Lil Wayne came back with green and yellow without question. No, Crawford stopped him, man. Crawford stopped him, bro. 2 knockdowns. I had my lady buy all hood and send it to YA. All right, all right, all right. Okay, good looking. Oh, they say he's overrated in Texas from Cowboy haters. He's overrated from Cowboy haters? Why would Cowboys haters overrate Aaron Rodgers? That's what's up, Real Wilson. I appreciate it, brother. So you know a little bit about me then. All right. That's what's up, man. Obviously, something keeps you coming back, so you must like the content or think this is a pretty credible platform. Whatever the case may be, I appreciate you for sticking around over 20 years, brother. I would dare to say maybe 16, unless you go back before the magazine. But I mean, you know when better than I do. When's the last time Green Bay won a Super Bowl? I would guess it was after the Cowboys and some of the other teams in the league. I mean, they beat the Steelers. I mean, hey, how many teams have won a Super Bowl since Green Bay won? Tampa Bay, New England. Who else? Mike, what up? Who I got for the Super Bowl? Well, I don't think I predicted 2 Super Bowl teams this year. I honestly thought Kansas City and Tampa Bay would go back for a rematch. But then I seen the Rams get a quarterback and the way the Rams have been playing. And I believe it was a week ago or maybe 2 weeks ago. No, the Rams lost 2 weeks in a row. So 2 or 3 weeks ago, I said it would be the Rams and New England Patriots. Now I don't know about the Rams. I don't know. I don't know, but I still like the Patriots though. So you gotta think out the NFC, who could it be? Possibly. Who are the favorites out the NFC? Probably the Rams, Cowboys. Who else? Buccaneers and the Packers. See, this is how you're gonna say whether Aaron Rodgers is overrated or underrated. Do you give the Packers a chance to get to the Super Bowl, or do you not? Western Ave, you gotta have your tools taken, Western Ave. You going to the hole, Western Ave. People don't like the way you were set tripping and dogging people out on the last live, where we had 900 or something people up in here. So you got to get demoted for a little while, Western Ave. You got to earn your way back up. Kev, you should be on Las Vegas Boulevard right now. Nah, I'm cool, man. I'm older. I don't need to be out in the streets, especially around those low riders. Y'all know crime is up in Nevada, right? Because the California residents are moving to Vegas at a pace that we never seen before. So now you got all these robberies and you got all these carjackings going on now. Boy, I tell you, you can take people out of California, but you can't take the crime out of them. The last live with Melvin Farmer, 900 people up in there. How was your dad, Hutch? Where's Hutch at? What up, Hutch? Can't take us nowhere, get him, Jank. Absolutely. Monique Hill, here is the only channel where I see you on the screen. Where's Monique at? Monique Hill, what up? I didn't even realize I was reading Monique's comment. What up, Miss Hill? Andy T, you show are cold with them accusations. You want to come on live and explain your accusations, brother? You probably mean it too, because you don't even have a profile. You probably so worried that Vlad is the FBI that you're not even gonna put a face in your profile. Like you're not even gonna put a city, a house, a car, nothing, to make sure you don't get tracked down by a picture, right? You may be for real. Shit. But I'm gonna put a link though in case you want to come tell us. You might have some information we need, brother. I mean, we don't really need it over here because we're not going on this platform. But maybe some of the people watching may really need it because people have been known to go over to Vlad TV and spill their brains out and talk about stuff they wish they hadn't talked about. Ah, that's funny, man. That's funny, dude. I mean, he probably did. All the questions he asked about him over the years, him and Easy E, like he should be a Tupac specialist or Easy Eologist. Like he studied Easy E so much, he should be able to be a like an expert on Easy E, an expert on Tupac, an expert on Suge Knight, right? Like we need to see our first documentary of him with all the stuff that he learned and all the questions he's asked people over the years. What's up, Dub? Oh, that's Dubs right there. That's the brother I was, the Serrano I was just giving props to, man. Much respect, homie. Like I said, if I got what you said wrong, I apologize. My bad. And whether, because I didn't get a chance to watch your response yet, but I've been told about it. A couple of people sent me links. Whether I like it or not, my opinion is not going to change. I like your channel. I like your stories. And you seem real solid to me. And that's not going to change no matter what your reply says about me or my opinions. But we ain't got no hate over here for you. A couple solid brothers over here gave you your props as well. And some agree with you. So much respect, homie. Good, what up? What up? Crazy boy, I see you trying to come in, but oh, there you go. What up, homeboy? Woo, my man done got gray, boy. Woo, you looking like a werewolf. Looking like an old James Harden. You can't hear or what? Oh, you just came on so we could look at you. What's wrong? You a mute?
Hey, this shit got a delay all the time. You know how I do. Hold on. Let me figure this shit out. Yeah.
Man, that was funny, man. Oh yeah, Dolphins. Dolphins. Yep. Dolphins was another pick. I told you it was 4, so that's 3. And the Titans. Man, you know New England came out and did their stuff on Thursday, man. Kev, if you learn anything more about where the term swans come from in LA, what are the origins of the swan name for Bloodset? I wouldn't say I learned any more. I've been knowing where the name come from since I was in prison over 20 years ago. But there was 2 stories though. And so yeah, it has a lot to do with swimming, diving off a diving board, and where do swans thrive at in the water. So yeah. But much of it hasn't been confirmed by a large variety of people because they just don't know and they never asked and didn't know who to ask that had the answers. But yeah, I talked to some swans, some longtime swans, man, that gave me that information in prison and after prison. Remember, I went to that park, Alondra Park, with the Figueroa boys and the swans, and we talked about it then. KMV, thanks for all the super chats. You all right, man? You all right, brother? Yeah, the Pats got a good defense. They got a good defense. I think an explosive offense can expose the Pats defense a little bit, but Pat's secondary is real good. Who is that? T? Who is that? T?
You see that?
I
T.
can't really
Lou.
see. Is that T?
What up, Captain?
Oh, that's Lou. What up,
Yeah,
Tom?
I'm good.
And what you got, your own hoodie? What's the TL for? Tiny Lokes or Tone Lou? Yeah, my man got to get him some new Wi-Fi, man. Look who's talking, right? Oh yeah, yeah. The Vikings are favorite. I wouldn't take the Vikings. I would take the Packers. You ever thought about going to the Raiders game and record the people going to the game? Maybe quick. Yeah, absolutely. I thought about it. I actually thought about going to the stadium game one, but it didn't happen. You know, come game day and stuff like that. Man, I don't be ready to deal with all that stuff, man. Crazy boy, if you listening, man, I'm gonna get up out of here in about 9 minutes. So you got 9 minutes to come back. Yeah, you know what? A few people told me that, Hutch. It's been a lot of interference with these Wi-Fi lately. I went through a little period of time last week or so where I had a couple issues with the Wi-Fi on my computer and the Wi-Fi on my TV. I haven't had no problems with the Wi-Fi on my phone, which, strangely enough, is working off the same Wi-Fi as the computer and the TV. So I don't know what that's about, but I had never really experienced the problems I was having with my computer before until a week or so ago. But yeah, I've been hearing a lot of people's Wi-Fi been messing up lately. I haven't spoken to Two Pretty Kenny. I haven't spoken to AC. Jimmy Lavender, haven't spoken to him since he did the book, the money giveaway. But I hit Jimmy Lavender yesterday and today, and I haven't heard back from Jimmy Lavender. So I don't know how he's doing or what's going on with him. Yeah, I don't know if it's this 5G or all this stuff going on in space, with Goob connecting to Mars and the moon, and with Russia sending bombs up to the moon, and with America sending these new satellites up there to see if there's life on the moon and all that stuff, which leads me to this, and this might be a good outro, but I was watching Goob's channel, right? And a lot of these other people on TV and people on YouTube that say there's life on the moon, right? So my thing is, and this ain't to disagree with nobody, this is just my inquisitive mind. If there's life on the moon, if there is life on the moon, right? And we know this to be true. There's buildings on the moon, there's water on the moon, all this old stuff on the moon. Why do we need to send a satellite up there to see if there's life or water on the moon? That's the part that threw me off. Like, everybody's saying there's water and life on the moon. Why do you need to send a satellite? Like, didn't y'all already see a building that everybody's showing? Didn't y'all see little craters that's only left because there was water there once upon a time? And now I'm wondering, like, do it rain on the moon or not? Like, is there ever any rain? Do they have clouds on the moon? Like, is the moon just an outer surface or an inner surface or what? Like, and then if you think the Earth is flat, is the moon flat? I mean, it look round, but so does the Earth. Like, are we really looking at the moon? Are we really looking at Earth? Like, if we gonna get into conspiracy theories and PCP modes, then let's go all the way. Like, it's not that cut and dry. It's not black and white. There's a whole lot of gray area too. Let's not forget there's a whole lot of gray area. I mean, there's a lot of questions that can be asked to the believers and the non-believers, because I'm like, I be trying to figure out, like, which way do I go? Which way do I sway with my thinking of the moon? Goob, but this is something that I had mentioned to Goob though. Because Goob had mentioned somebody else. I don't remember who it was. Goob mentioned somebody else liked his theories about the moon, right? And I swear I don't remember who it was, but whoever it was smoked PCP too. So I told Goob, I said, well, Goob, he smoked PCP too. I expect everybody to smoke PCP to have these extraterrestrial thoughts. Like, because if you smoke PCP, mentally, you are not on Earth no more. You done went way up through the cloud. You high. You high as a kite. That's why they say you high. You high as a kite. You higher than the atmosphere. So yeah, I expect all y'all to think alike. Like, my mind ain't never went to that next level. I don't know how to think past normal, sober, or a little alcohol type thinking. You know what I mean? Or maybe hit a blunt or something. But to really sit back and really think about all the stuff up there and believe it too, like, you got to be smoking PCP. But we gonna find out the truth real soon, because America's sending like some $56 billion satellite or some shit. Like, they didn't put billions into sending a satellite to find out if there's some people on the moon, right? Now check this out. What if we find out there's 300 million people on the moon, right? But we find out like 50 million of them homeless. Are we going to help them homeless people on the moon or not? Or are we going to try to study them too? Like, we want to know about homeless Martians all of a sudden. When you spending that kind of money, but you got all these homeless people in America, and you can spend $56 billion on a satellite to be nosy. Like, nigga, be nosy here first. Like, help all them poor people downtown living in tents. Help all them people in Westchester Park and MacArthur Park living in tents with $56 billion, right? But you want to go be nosy? You might find some homeless people up there too. Are you going to help them or not? I'm just saying, man, I don't have them PCP thoughts, but I do have thoughts. Sure is a lot of money they've been spending. Crazy boy, you get you a new Wi-Fi. That's why your Wi-Fi don't work. The 56 billion they sending up to the moon is interfering with your Wi-Fi. Man, you better get rid of Verizon, get rid of Sprint. You better go get you some AT&T or something, on boy. Go get you some Cricket. Go get you something, man. Cause whatever you working off of, like, it ain't working right if you can't come on live on kevmacvideos, bro. We ain't see nothing in the background but a TL. Like, nigga, is that tiny low, nigga? Too little, nigga? Like, what is that? We don't know what the TL's for because your Wi-Fi went out. You gonna tell me go to sleep? Nigga, go get you some Wi-Fi. Man, I'm just saying. Hey, number one, I'm just saying, man. But I heard that. Give me a honey bun. You sound like you've been hanging out with Crystal too much, man. Like, all in my diet and shit. But now, number one, if you want to talk about religion, right? Like, you want to get on religion and talk about people believing there's a man in the sky looking down on you. Well, not necessarily everybody believes there's a man in the sky looking down on you. But check this out. Peep this. But if it's somebody on the moon, nigga, if it's people on the moon, nigga, then somebody is in the sky looking down on you, right? So those theories are kind of like in the same ballpark, right? You know what I'm saying? But other people think differently, man. Like, some people think we're gods in human flesh. Some people think God is a spirit. So everybody don't think the same. But your point, I get your point. for those that do believe there's a man in the sky looking down. I get your point. But there's probably millions of people on the moon looking down on us, right? I'm just saying. My man said I need to go to sleep, so. Because I've heard people say cripping is a religion, right? I'm just saying. Western Ave, I'm glad I could make you laugh. I'm so happy I could make you laugh. I could make somebody laugh. Even number one is laughing, man. That's my partner, man. Got all y'all laughing tonight, huh? But I'm going to check out on that note. Y'all take it easy. Much love. Thanks for the super chats. Peace.